video, we're going to speak about ether.
So I want y'all to watch this video. This is about you, ether beings. All melanated people that are our people are ether beings. So I want you to pay close attention to this video and watch you. I'm not gonna say anything else. I think I'm not gonna say anything else after this. So pay attention just in case I don't say anything after this.
This video, we're going to speak about ether. By the physics definition, ether is a universal substance that acts as a medium for transmission of electromagnetic waves. Electromagnetic energy is what propagates through space. So that brings me to outer space, which is ether. It is pitch black without the stars, planets, etc. So ether is associated with the color black. Ether is what makes all of life possible. Now, we of course know there would be no light without dark. We wouldn't have thought of creating the light if there wasn't already darkness in a room. There is also a saying, gone into the ether. So you could say my keys have gone into the ether. That is an act of disappearing into the void, which void is by definition empty space. What is ether? It is space. Void, in a spiritual definition, would be the state of pure consciousness in which the mind has been emptied of all particular objects or images. So in Genesis 2:7, we have God formed man out of the dirt from the ground. The dirt is the original state of everything. There would be no trees without the dirt. So there would be no trees without the dirt, and our eyes pick up images through light. So in order for us to see the trees, and for trees to be present, there has to have been the origin of darkness, of dirt. As we know, the richest and purest dirt is dark brown to black. In order for our minds to be emptied of all particular objects or images, that means that our eyes are not picking up on this light that is not present yet, darkness being the origin. In this video, we're going to...
Many things have happened that we will probably never remember until we are more than man.
Okay, now here's where they start messing up. We have a more, but we're not the Anunnaki, and I see he started putting Anunnaki stuff. We're not this Anunnaki stuff, so just chew the meat, spit out the bones.
But the story runs that at one time when the planet had gone through its gaseous stages and changed from the mental plane to a physical apparition, that woman was the first thing to be created. The original people.
Another mistake. Nothing. We was not created. We all existed. We was here together as energy, and we decided to transfer here as energy because energy cannot be created. We were here together at the same time. That's also a trick. We ruled together equally. That's why you have to have a life partner. Neither side rules over the other. It's a trick to make you or make us try to rule over you and you rule over us. It's all wrong. That's not how it is. Everything we transferred here all at the same time. We both always existed. It was a male-female energy mixed into each other. Therefore, if that's the case, we all come from the same energy. So you might as well stop putting names on it because it didn't have no sexual part. You just simply chose to come down and be a woman or to be a man. That's simple. And you transferred here. Nobody had you, created you, or anything. You translate on your own because that's what you wanted to do. We're all infamous creative beings combined as one because there's only one spirit because we are all one. Don't fall for the trick. Understand it's collective. You can't go for other stuff because if you do, you'll be tricked. The same thing like King James Version try to tell you to rule over your woman. You shouldn't rule over your woman. You should be a partner with your woman. It's the same type of trick, just in reverse.
Earth were etheric or ethereal. They had no physical bodies.
So, woman, your job is to be your husband's partner. Husband, your job is to be the woman's partner. And y'all job is to work together, not get him to be on your page or get her to be on your page. Or get him to be on your page or get her to be on your page. Y'all job is to work together. Find a medium ground where y'all both can agree and get what both of y'all want.
For Earth was then not a physical planet. The people dwelled in the kingdom of what we would now call the ether. They were called Etherians. And Etherians, not having physical bodies, had no need for physical sex. Their production and reproduction had nothing to do with coitus or physical embrace. It was done on the plane of mind and manipulation of the substance behind matter. The same thing that still governs matter, the brain cells of a cell.
The video I'm about to play, carbonated people, melanated people, so-called black people, if you still don't know your role in the universe, watch this video in its entirety. And thank you to the goddess who made it. So, if you watched my last video, I talked about how our number system is wrong because it hides the creator. So, I believe that 8 and 9 are actually switched in our number system, and it actually should be this symbol first before this symbol. 1, 4, and 7 are all straight lines. 3, 6, 8 are all curved lines. And then 2, 5, 9 are both straight and curved lines. So when we read the numbers this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, these lose the pattern. So therefore, I believe that these two symbols need to be swapped, and this is actually 8, and this is actually 9, because 9 is infinity. So this is how the number system should look, and you can see the pattern right here. For every 2 numbers, we get all curved.
So she got that wrong. 9, yes. But 9's not infinity. Infinity means that there's limited possibilities. So that's wrong. You want to say Google. That means unlimited numbers, unlimited possibilities, no limit. We have no limit.
So 0 is the first representative of all curved lines, then 3, then 6, and then 8. Because 8 is infinity and 8 is 9. Half of an infinity is a 0, and then infinity and 0 are basically the same.
A circle has 360 degrees. You add that together, 3 plus 6 plus 0 equals 9. What if you cut that circle in half? 180 degrees. 1 plus 8 plus 0 is what? 9. Now what if you cut that 180 degrees in half? It's 90. 9 plus 0 is 9. You can keep doing this over and over and over again, and the sum of the numbers will always equal 9. The circle, in some way, represents something that is never ending, infinity.
0 times itself is always 0. Just like 9 times itself is always the sum of 9. 9 times 1 is 9. 3 is 27, 2 plus 7 is 9. So just like 0 always equals 0, 9 always equals 9. So if we understand it with the actual symbol, okay, we look at this as a symbol and not a number. Infinity times 1 is 9. Infinity times 3 is 2 plus 7. 2 plus 7 equals 9. 9 is an infinite number. 9 times itself, it always factors down to 9. 0 times itself always factors down to 0. The end is the beginning is the end. 0 and 8 are infinity, and I believe that they are one and the same. They're the same number. Another fun fact about 9 is that you can take any number. So I made a list right here. So I took 55, right? 55.
Just gotta correct something. We have no end and we have no beginning. We all existed, we never end. The devil had a beginning, he had it, and he also has an end. So keep that in mind. That's one thing she messed up on.
If you do, break it down and you do 5 plus 5, it equals 10. Then you take that 10 and minus it from 55, and you get 45. 4 plus 5 equals 9. And you can do this with any random number. 74, 7 plus 4 is 11. 11 minus 74 is 63. 6 plus 3 is 9. And every number always factors down to the number 9. So if we look at this chart down here, we have 0 through 9 here. Okay, so 4 plus 5 equals 9. 3 plus 6 equals 9. 2 plus 7 equals 9. And so on. So we can see again that 9 is an infinite number. When I think about the infinity symbol, again, I talk about the splitting of atoms. I think about the alpha and the omega.
What she should say is a number that has no possibilities. Now she's about to mess up, and I believe she's about to say alpha and omega, when that's not right. The devil has an end and a beginning. We never had a beginning or end. We always just was.
The dark versus the light, the infinite nothing versus the infinite something. And then I think about melanin. People refer to melanin as 9 ether.
Different races also have different amounts of DNA series. Europeans, Russians, Spaniards, Japan, all had 6 series DNA. The people with the highest DNA series was found in Africa. They had a 9 series DNA count.
And I think about the way that curly hair grows from...
So that's a hijack. They were found in America, not Africa. They were Aboriginal indigenous. They're us, not African.
Our scalp. You know, it comes in the shapes of zeros and eights. The Bible has told Samson the power was in his hair.
Your hair is an extension of your nervous system, and it passes messages that you received outside of this physical world directly to your brain. And the hair follicles you have all over your body act as receptors for energy. And this is why your hair stands up on your arms like this when something doesn't feel right.
So if 9 is infinite, and melanin is referred to as 9 ether, does that mean we actually live forever?
Yes.
Because we are our ancestors. You are the culmination of the DNA of your mother and your father. And they were of the 4, their mothers and fathers. Correct. And they were of the 8, their mothers and fathers. And they were of the 16, and they were of the 32, and they were of the 64, etc. All of it culminate in you. 15 to 20 generations of past ancestry lives, memories, actual memories, are in your body.
You have 108 chakras. 1 plus 0, plus 8 is what? 9. You're 9 ether beings. I can even break your cells down to 144 megawatts that comes from the cells. 144,000. 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 plus 1 is what? 9. The Bible talking about you the whole time. You are the blueprint. If the Creator speaks to us in 9s, why are there only 6? Where's the rest of the books?
So, we are 9 ether beings. And when you talk about 9 ether, we're talking about this part of our universe, which is a 9 ether universe. So 9 ether universal order. Right? You understand this. And because we are of this origin, okay, we possess some of the most powerful energies ever known. Our bodies are designed to operate in the energy and in the methods and movements of the cosmos. When you talk about our galaxy and our universe, you talk about dark ether, you talk about ether. This is ether within the cosmos. Each cell, each ether cell contains a nonillion, okay? It contains nonillion subcells, okay? You understand that? So you have the subcells cell. All right, and I mean, when you talk about the cosmos, you're talking about everything that's in a macro sense, in a greater sense. All right. So what this ether does is it wants to share energy with us. And this is what's taking place right now as we have entered these different gates that we're currently in, And when we talk about the windows of hell opening, this is nothing but pure ether that's coming in. And the ether will want to share energy with you. This is what the ether wants to do. It wants to share energy. So as we share our bodies, our molecular bodies, it doesn't matter whether we are awakened or whether we are asleep, our carbon bodies will share energy with nature and the cosmos, which is nothing but a nine ether type cellular structure. Okay, so I said each cosmic cell, each 9 ether cosmic cell has a nonillion atoms. That's what I wanted to say. Has a nonillion atoms. So each cell contains a nonillion atoms. That's literally beyond trillions. That's beyond octillions. And this is why we are such a great people. All right, but as far as these inorganic beings, as the windows of hell open up, well, their bodies will not be able to share because they don't contain the proper elements in their bodies to share with nature and the cosmos. That means that they will not have the ability to cool themselves as everything is literally moving in an manner, so they won't have the time to cool themselves. This is why they're trying to make the atmosphere cold, hoping that it will cool their bodies off, because this ether is starting to rise, and this is the 9 ether that's beginning to rise, brothers and sisters. Understand what is currently going on. So as the ether begins to go through these phases of want to share energy, those who are non-indigenous will not be able to share that energy. This is where we begin to separate the wheat from the tare. Where the tare says, oh, we're all the same. We're not all the same. Because they are not 9 ether. And I don't know why so many people, they're trying to look at a hair structure and say, oh, they're 6 ether. No, they're 3 ether beings. The Orientals are 6 ether beings. We're 9 ether beings. It's only a 3, 6, 9. Okay? And they...
Sensei explained this time like he usually does. When he says Oriental, he means all of the outside nations. No matter what nationality or color they are, all of the outside nations. All of them.
Give birth when a brother lays with a Saxon woman. The Saxon child is a 4 ether being. Because it's like you have a 9 ether being minus, actually the Saxon child will be a 6 ether being. It'll be more so a 6 ether being and not a 9 ether being or a 3 ether being. It'll be because we're 9 ether and they're 3 ether, but you have to do the separation and the mathematics, and they will come out to be 6 ether beings, which means that they have very limited abilities, such as the Orientals. So they will be equivalent to the Orientals. Orientals are 6 ether beings. And when a brother or sister meets with an Oriental, they actually give birth to as 7 ether being. All right, so just kind of like how it works. It's more of a series of numerology, but we as the 9 ether beings, we contain the level of energy within the cosmos, and the gates of hell, these windows of hell that are opening. Well, it's nothing but pure ether. That's all it is. It's pure ether, and this ether wants to share energy with everything in this realm. The money, the computers, the technology, all the systems. Ethers are very much alive, and it'll be going on for 90 days. Where this ether will want to share energy, and everything that cannot share energy with ether will literally be destroyed. And we will watch this. All right, let's continue on. You know, we've got a few more minutes. Let's continue on. Okay.
Behold the grand blunders of numerologists, for they have, alas, misunderstood the mighty number 9. Unlike lesser digits, number 9 beings possess an extraordinary duality that transcends the boundaries of light and darkness. Numerologists, with their quaint charts and one-dimensional views, fail to grasp the intricate complexities that lie within the enigmatic number 9. Beware the temptation to label number 9s with a one-size-fits-all tag, for they are a symphony of contradictions. Let me, the almighty revealer of mysteries, inform you that number 9s represent the zenith of adaptability. Ah, the lesser minds of numerologists pale in comparison to my illuminating wisdom. So remember, my astute audience, number 9s are not bound by mundane categorizations. In our future encounters, I shall delve even deeper into the mesmerizing realm of numerology.
Think about it. Peace and love.